but I want these games won anyway. The residual damage of like, bad stats that you accumulate through even games that might seem like a dead rubber at the time, it can't really be underestimated. Remember, like the Brendan Rodgers. I was talking about this earlier this week, my last pod. Brendan Rodgers only lost one Old Firm game. And that's a horrendous thing to have hanging up. Now he's lost three, and he's lost them to three different managers. And he hasn't beaten Rangers over 90 minutes his last four attempts. If you want to put it like that, stuff like that can have a real knock-on effect. If we go the next Old Firm game is going to be at Ibrox. If you've got a new manager, a new squad of players all trying to impress the crowd and whatever, and we win that game, suddenly Rodgers is, who has got a bad reputation with a lot of Celtic supporters as it is for having left them initially, previously, that could push it over the edge. So you shouldn't, in that respect, you've got stuff. Remember Rugby Park 2018-19 season? We went there last day of the season. I think that was the bye bye Rangers thing from Steve Clarke, which we deserved after the stuff we'd sung at him at Ibrox when we pumped them 5-0 in the Scottish Cup replay. But I remember that day just being like he's playing a weekend team. Gerrard it was his first season as manager. He'd done really well. He'd won both his home Old Firm games. There was definitely massive improvement in what it'd been like the previous couple of seasons back in the top flight. But there was players he was I'm letting him have a rest. I'm just letting him finish his season early because he's needing an operation and stuff. Just get the full team out there and folk going, what's the point? There's nothing to play for. Well, we lost that game and it contributed to the terrible record we have at Rugby Park. Steve Clarke getting to have a laugh at us. A lot of Rangers fans I know don't like that, and also it builds up this idea that going to Rugby Park's it's a bit of a problem. It's a problem venue for us, which it is because of the plastic. Which I think probably helped the practice on that probably helped Ange beat Bodo Glimt last night in Norway, but we've added to that by playing a weekend side. We should go there and get you're at Rangers. Games count. Competitive, even if it's a dead rubber. Strictly speaking, you've got to try and win these games. See these players, this squad we've got, reserve players or otherwise, they might not be here next season. So get this idea that we've got to see what this guy can do. Let's get Cortez on the park and let's start with Casa Weir Joe and stuff to get him fit again. Let's see what these players can do. Let's get Robbie Fraser a run. No, he's too busy at Livingston right now. But let's get the reserves out there. No, just not, don't. I want to see the full team. I want to see the team that Barry Ferguson think is most equipped from all the players he's got at his disposal to win the game in hand. We need to win the game at hand. Nsiala did put in a killer ball for Balogun in the 3-0 win over Aberdeen in January, but he's been bullied off the ball 3 times, resulting in goals against St Mirren and his very first game against